Is Dubai not as heavenly and luxurious as thought? Is real estate in Dubai really that bad? A smiling face of Sultan of Dubai, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, appears in every two skyscrapers in the emirate. He sold Dubai to the world as the city of 1,001 lights, a Middle Eastern Shangri-La sheltered from the sandstorms that plague the region. He even built the tallest building in the world, a thin needle invading the sky like no other human construction in the history. However, its smile is fading. Among the cranes scattered everywhere, many are paralyzed, as if lost in time, and there are countless unfinished construction sites in complete abandonment. Dubai is turning into a living metaphor for the neoliberal globalized world that may be falling apart. Welcome to Mega Luxury. Before we begin, make sure you subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss amazing videos from us. So, let's start. We'll look at 10 reasons why a city known for its luxury and comfort is slowly falling apart in a real estate venture. Number 10. Reverse logic property development. The emirate has steadily created real estate demand over the years. The housing or apartment model is built and then people come to purchase it. First they spend upfront construction properties in Dubai and then expect investors to come and buy them eventually. However, the big problem is how long Dubai can conserve its name as a major tourist attraction to attract investors from around the world. Number 9. Upscale luxury property. In Dubai, development plans now and thereafter focus primarily on luxury properties, but the truth is most of Dubai is middle and lower class. Therefore, it won't help many. Rents are quite high and will continue to rise, and experts believe the middle and lower classes will be forced to relocate if things continue this way. Some of the impacts of this were seen during the 2008 Dubai property market correction. Number 8. No democratic governance system. In Dubai or other UAE Emirates, the common man hardly has a voice. Most laws and rules can change by the minute to whatever favors the emirate. Note that some of Dubai's long-term residents do not align or agree with many of Emirates' law and plans but can hardly do anything. There is no concept of working for the greater good of all in Dubai. The same is true for any place ruled by an authority. Number 7. Apartments in some areas are unsuitable for resale. Apartments in some areas are not suitable for resale. For example, houses in International City are almost 20 years old, which makes them illiquid, and the infrastructure in Dubai land is not very well developed, and this can turn off those who plan to buy property in Dubai. However, tenants can easily be found in these areas, for the reason several people live in rented apartments here at once. Often these are a dozen immigrants who receive low wages and do not have the opportunity to rent separate housing for themselves. Real estate in such conditions quickly become unpresentable. Number 6. Real estate prices in Dubai cannot be called low. In 2021, a drop in prices for rental and sale of housing in Dubai was recorded. The cost is reduced due to a mismatch between supply and demand. Due to the influx of foreigners, employment among the population has become less, which has affected the demand for rental estate. Foreigners have reduced income from renting housing, they are afraid of the invested funds and are in no hurry to invest in a new object. But still, the prices of apartments and villas cannot be considered low, even if Dubai has said to reduce its prices. A studio apartment can be bought for less than 200,000, but this is a budget option. If you buy an apartment in an elite area, you need to pay extra. Prices for apartments depend on the area and size. There are offers for every taste, from 100,000 to tens of millions of dollars. About 300,000 is housing cost for up to 70 square meters, but by the sea, for 60 meters square, you have to pay more than $400,000. A two-room apartment of 110 to 130 square meter cost $500,000. A three-room apartment will cost an average of $500,000, but there are exceptions. More than 4 rooms cost up to $800,000. Number 5. Visa regime. The downside of the high level of security in the UAE is the stringent selection of criteria for obtaining resident visas to live in the country. According to the federal legislation of the United Arab Emirates, the owner of the housing with a value of more than 1 million UAE dirham are eligible for a visa. If the value of the real estate is less, then it is impossible to obtain a visa on the basis of owning real estate in the Emirates. In this case, for permanent residence in the country, you can register your company, get a job in any of the local companies, enroll in a local educational institution, or get a family visa from a close relative who already has a resident status. Number 4. Cultural features. Dubai is a modern cosmopolitan metropolis where people of different nationalities, cultures and religions live hand in hand. Dubai is the most loyal of the 7 emirates of the Federation in relation to foreigners, and the local population here is less than 10% of the inhabitants. However, the UAE is officially a Muslim country with its own laws, costumes and traditions, which leaves a certain imprint on the daily life of the population. There are quite strict rules of conduct here, especially in public places, and although according to many expatriates, the existing restrictions particularly do not affect their way of life, the presence of cultural differences and peculiarities cannot be discounted. Number 3. Property maintenance costs. The owner of a property in Dubai is responsible for its proper maintenance and is obliged to pay the cost of its maintenance established by the management company or the homeowners association. The maintenance fee includes the cost of the building security, cleaning common areas, garbage collection, maintaining infrastructures, and etc. As a rule, such payments are charged annually, and for Dubai, depending on the project, anywhere from $20 to $80 per square meter. When the property is rented, the maintenance costs are covered by the rental income. However, if the property is not rented out, the cost of maintaining it must be taken into account, whether or not it is in use. Number 2. Difficulties with lending. The global financial crisis forced banks in the UAE to revise the rules and criteria for issuing loans for the purchase of real estate. And although recently there has been a clear trend towards an increase in the number of mortgage loans issued, it is almost impossible for a foreigner who does not have the status of resident of the UAE to get such a loan at the moment. Mortgage loans today are issued mainly to the employees of public sector as well as employees of large companies that are not included in the blacklist. As a rule, in order to receive financing, you must pay a minimum of 30% of the value of the property, and the minimum monthly income of the borrower must be at least 5,000 UAE dirhams. Number 1. Renting law is a headache. According to the law on real estate ownership for 2007, all transactions for the rental of real estate of various types are legalized. This does not apply only to hotels and office premises. Termination of the contract is possible only by mutual agreement. The fee is set for 2 years. The authority responsible for real estate may set an additional interest rate, which increases every year. Both parties must maintain the building in good condition. For eviction, you must have a good reason. For example, debts to pay rent, unauthorized delivery of housing to third parties, violation of the contract terms, damage to the building, and more. Well, if you like this video, then I'm sure you're going to love to watch our video about tallest building demolitions in the world record on our channel. Make sure to click the subscribe button for future notifications and never miss our video. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in our next video. Till then, stay tuned.